Bobby Sawyer here with Forever Estate Plan, and I've got your Forever Estate Plan tip of the week. Let's talk about Medicaid and the 5-year look-back period. It's important to note we're talking about Medicaid, not Medicare. Medicare is a federal program that provides health insurance to people who are over 65 years old. Medicaid, on the other hand, is a state-run program, and it provides health insurance for people who cannot afford to pay for it. It varies by state, but typically, in order to qualify for Medicaid, someone has to have less than $2,500 to their name. There are some exceptions to that $2,500, but for now, we'll just stick with that number. Medicaid covers all sorts of healthcare situations, but you're probably most familiar, or you've probably heard it in the context of paying for a nursing home. In an effort to get under that $2,500 mark, people started giving money away to their children. Medicaid figured this out, and so they instituted what's called the 5-year look-back. Put simply, when you apply for Medicaid, Medicaid takes a look at all your financial transactions for the past 5 years to see if you've tried to hide assets in order to qualify for Medicaid. If they find that you did hide assets, you will be assessed a penalty. The penalty? You have to pay for your own care for a period of time. And how long is that? Well, that's determined by how much you tried to hide. Fortunately, there is a way to plan for the 5-year look-back period, but there's a couple things you need to know. 1, it only works for married couples. And 2, this strategy must be put in place while both spouses are alive and able to make sound decisions. Here's how it works. When the first spouse passes away, the surviving spouse may be in a situation where a nursing home is a possibility. Either no one is around to care for the survivor, or the survivor's medical condition simply dictates that they have to have constant care. If their estate plan includes provisions for a supplemental needs trust, then when the first spouse passes away, a testamentary trust is created through the deceased spouse's will. Then, assets are moved to the supplemental needs trust, and here's the cool part. It's exempt from that 5-year look-back period. In other words, the surviving spouse has the option to utilize Medicaid to pay for their nursing home, or they can self-pay. So, to sum it up, Medicaid utilizes the 5-year look-back period to make sure people aren't hiding assets in order to qualify for Medicaid. There's a strategy to account for the 5-year look-back period, but it only is available for married couples, and the strategy must be put in place before the first spouse passes away. This has been Bobby Sawyer with your Forever Estate Plan Tip of the Week.